You've heard of unconditional love, but have you heard of the secret to unconditional happiness and allowing more into your life? More wealth, more success, and more love. More freedom in your life right now. Welcome to the Happy Bar with Israel Savage.
I booked my first role, my first acting job, paid acting job. Believe me, I'm super excited about it. And I had, I took myself out to dinner. I did all that stuff. I was feeling good. Like you said before, one of those days where you're feeling on top of the world. But then after I had fun and I received the congrats and things like that, I I went to bed and I had that moment where I'm looking up at the ceiling and I'm like, oh crap, I'm going to actually do this. It's not actually just a non-tangible, intangible thing. It's a goal. So I guess my question is what's the best way to stay, I don't know, grounded or positive when you know, like, cause it's not like acting and singing are new to me, but this is like the first, like, in New York City professional thing, directors and real people in the industry. How do you what's the best way to, I don't know, stay positive or stay grounded when I'm encountering this? Because I thought I would be okay, but when I went to bed, I definitely wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, what would you say about that?
The answer to that is always going to come from you. And it's a moment by moment. Okay, what's the better feeling thought here? What's the better feeling choice here? And it's going to be distinctive to you. Remember, your greater self, this wellspring where all your desires is, your greater self has a plan for you and has it all mapped out. And it's a plan that continues to change and with choices that you make and where you are, but it's going to get you there. And your greater self has already left you breadcrumbs. And you don't need me or anybody else to tell you what to do or how to do it. All you need to do is be in a receptive place to find a better and better feeling thing in that moment. But what I will talk about for just a second is what's happening. And it's a dance that's happening. And the dance is between belief and desire, right? You've got a desire for something, and your belief has to stay in step with your desire. Just like dancing, if your desire gets too far out ahead of where your belief is, then you're going to start to experience that as feeling out of step. The timing's not going to feel right. You might start to feel it, and it might start to feel like overwhelm. But no, anytime that you are experiencing something that doesn't feel optimal, that look at your thoughts. The place to look is your thoughts. Remember, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking, right? And so if you're starting to get these feelings that are cropping up, like fear, like, uh-oh, what have I done? And uh-oh, the funniest thing is it's things like fear of success or fear of this, or, I love the labels that people like to attach the word fear to, when really fear is our best friend in so many ways, or at least it's as much a friend as joy or as any other emotion that's just there to guide us. And so tell me a little about the thoughts that you were thinking as you lay down at night after this successful day, and the feelings that you were feeling.
Well, yeah, I got past the feelings of joy and elation and, self-validation. And I got to the feelings of worthiness, I guess, or lack thereof. Also doubt, and also anxiety for the future if it doesn't go the way I'm expecting. I guess those would be the top three.
Got it. And all right. And so what's happening is that your physical self is thinking thoughts like this. What if I'm not perfect? What if I don't do this right? wow, that means I am not worthy. That means I am less than. That means I am not talented. Everybody's going to find out I'm a fake. Everybody's going to see I'm a fake. If I don't cross every T and dot every I, then people will realize that I don't know what I'm doing. Is it in the ballpark? Any of that?
Very much in the ballpark, yeah.
Okay. Right. And so physically, that's what's happening. And then you're experiencing these feelings that, like fear and doubt and disbelief, that are telling you you might be thinking that physically, but your greater self does not think that way. And that's the tension. The unpleasant emotion is the tension between the two. And here's what your greater self would say: practice makes progress. Oh, I love it when things are messy. Oh, I love it. I love just getting the cake batter all over me when I cook. You know, I love it because that means something amazing is about to happen. Something new that's never been before is about to be created, not just in the world, but specifically in my life. Boy, I'm in uncharted territory. You know what? That means I'm growing. I'm growing, and I'll never reach a point, and I never want to reach a point where I feel like I've got this. I've got this, and there's nothing else for me to learn. There's no place for me to grow. That would be a fate worse than death, because I came here to enjoy, to create, to learn, to stretch, to grow, to be a part of the creative process. And the creative process is me. It's my life. It's my journey. That's the real creative process, the real creative journey. And look what's happening. I'm using different colors now to paint with, different colors that I haven't used before. And ooh, look what this color makes. Ooh, I just got cast in my first paid role. Ooh, I haven't seen that color before. I wonder what happens when I mix it with this color and with this color and with this color. I wonder what happens. I wonder. I wonder. It's a place of discovery. It's playing at the precipice. Isn't that why you came? To play at the precipice. And do you ever really want that feeling to go away? That feeling of being an adventurer in your own life. Um, and so that's how your greater self would see this experience. And wherever you are, you're exactly where you should be. And if we can remember that that we'll never get it done, and there'll always be more. This goal is going to give birth to the next goal and to the next goal. And that the only thing that's for certain is the journey of it all, right? It's the line between the dots that makes the picture. I'm going to say that again. I've never said that before. I like that. That's a tweetable one. The line between the dots that makes the picture. And the emotion is the color that brings the picture to life. No emotion is bad or good. It's all just guidance. It's all just clarity. It's all just making the picture something that's 3D that we can reach out and touch.
Very helpful. Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Um,
you. I mean, yeah, I especially took to heart the concept of always enjoying the uncharted territory, because sometimes I do remember that, but I needed the reminder. So thank you.
yeah. And what if we just played in a different way? What if we actually looked for messiness? What if we gave ourselves gold stars when we didn't have it all figured out? Wow, this is great. I don't know what on earth I'm going to do, right? I don't know what on earth is going to happen next. Gold star for me, for jumping in, for taking this risk, for swimming, for playing, for participating instead of sitting on the bench and watching other people have fun. That's not a good place to be. You know, I can remember as a kid, in kindergarten, there was a little boy. His name was Terrence, and we were playing basketball, and he was telling me about how he could dunk the basketball. And I remember he's in kindergarten. He's like, I don't know, like 3 foot, and I believed him. I believed that he could dunk the basketball, and I started to think, if he can dunk the basketball and I can't, I must be awful. And you know what? I don't want everybody else to see how bad I am because I can't dunk the basketball and I don't really know what I'm doing. So when they ask me if I want to play, I'm just going to say, no, thanks. I'd rather go and walk around in the woods, even if I wanted to play. right? Not participating. Now, it always feels better to be in the game, even if you're missing the shots, right? Even if it's always more fun to be in the throes of it all than sitting back, wanting to play, but not playing. And right now you're playing, you're in the game, right? And you're going to miss some shots, but thank goodness you're going to miss some shots, because that means this game is worth playing, because there's room to grow in this game. So good for you. If you liked what you just heard, then take inspired action now. That's right, act while you are feeling good. And build on your momentum. Schedule your free discovery call with me at instudios-nyc.com/happybar.